Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. We begin tonight with a look at the weather. A winter weather advisory just went into effect for a large portion of our viewing area. We are talking about the potential for several inches in town, even more up in the mountains. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo to break down when that snow arrives. Jeremy?
Well, Mark, I think we are just a few hours away from it. And for all you kids out there who are still up, go to bed. Your delay isn't guaranteed yet. Right now we have winter weather advisories in effect, and those do last until noon for 1 to 4 inches, pretty widespread, upwards of 8 mountain passes, upwards of a foot. Quick look at how much snow we're going to get, putting us at 3 to 5 here in Spokane. Feeling pretty confident about it. 4 to 6 in Coeur d'Alene, more than a foot in Lookout Pass, 6 to 8 in Sandpoint. You head up into Schweitzer, talking a foot of fresh pow. It is going to be a ton of snow, but that snow is going to have some major impacts on day-to-day life. Looks like it starts in the 3 o'clock hour here for us, grows more widespread. 6 a.m. it really gets cranking. It continues through the 9 o'clock hour, and I think that 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. stretch is when we are going to be in the heaviest snow here in Spokane. Could see some locally heavy bands causing near whiteout conditions. By tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be more sporadic than this, but where the snow is coming down, it is going to be coming down exceptionally hard. Then eventually it moves out and we find a quick break before scattered showers return Saturday. But as we get into the weekend, temps in the 40s going to do a great job of melting a lot of the snow that we are currently seeing. And so as we head through the next few days, just know spring is eventually going to arrive.
All right, eventually. Jeremy, thank you very much. And as we anticipate more snow, be sure to tune in to Up with KREM early tomorrow morning for the latest on the snow and road conditions. In the meantime, to get the very latest updates on the weather, be sure to download the KREM 2 app. You can get the latest forecast, alerts, radar, and much more. In other news this evening, 2 days after a 27-year-old woman died on the job, her friends and colleagues gathered to remember her. Anna Vetter lost her life while working on an expansion project at the Spokane Tribe Casino. As the investigation into what went wrong continues, KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk shows how she is being remembered.
Anna Vetter's parents and husband were here tonight, along with dozens of other people who knew her, loved her, and respected just how hard she worked each day. We also heard from a man who was right next to Anna when she lost her life.
Those who worked alongside Anna Vetter over the years say she never complained about doing the hard work or lifting the heavy things. She even volunteered to help out at the union on her days off.
I'll be honest, I'm still in a little shock. Here 2 Saturdays ago, she was over there right in that corner helping paint this hall.
Tonight, inside the Carpenters Local 59 building, tradespeople honored the 27-year-old killed at the construction site of the Spokane Tribe Casino expansion. They all agreed Anna was tough as nails, but always had a smile on her face, even during early morning meetings.
You blazed a path of love and light into this sometimes not so welcoming industry.
Anna's husband sat in the front row alongside her mom and dad.
As a parent, you know how special your children are. And it's just, I'm so grateful that she found a path to this type of work. I mean, it just made her come alive.
She loved what she did, so I'm so grateful. She had all these people supporting her all the time.
Anna was proudly sworn in at Local 59 shortly before her death.
The true reality is you can't ever be prepared for death to grab you or the ones you're working with.
Brady Devins was working with Anna, standing next to her when it happened.
The ground beneath her feet opened up like a trapdoor and she was gone. As all we could do was watch in disbelief. In that moment, her light had fallen into the darkness, her hands reaching for anything to grab.
While there's still plenty of questions about what happened that day, there's no question that Anna was one of a kind.
Her dues are paid, her books are closed.
In Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
The vigil comes as the state is now investigating the deadly accident. The Department of Labor and Industries is looking into what happened to Anna Vetter. Swinnerton, the construction company leading the project, says a formwork collapsed but didn't offer any more specifics. L&I says they are looking for potential safety violations or continuing hazards on the site. They also say a report on this incident may be made public depending on if the inspectors find hazards that need to be cited. In some international news this evening, a mass shooting in Germany's second largest city left 6 people dead today. Police say the gunman may be among them. Video shows what appears to be a gunman opening fire outside a 3-story building used by the Jehovah's Witnesses in Hamburg, Germany. A massive police force quickly swarmed the area and the bomb squad was deployed to clear the building. Authorities are still searching for a motive. Hamburg's mayor called the attack shocking and said his deepest condolences are with the families of the victims. The rape survivor of former Idaho lawmaker Aaron von Ellinger has filed a lawsuit against him and another former lawmaker, Priscilla Giddings. The lawsuit claims that von Ellinger and Giddings violated her First Amendment rights. The complaint states that Giddings was communicating with von Ellinger throughout the committee's investigation, alerting his press releases about Jane Doe and the assault accusations. The complaint states the 2 former lawmakers' actions, quote, violated a clearly established right to not be harassed because of sex, gender, and or as a female survivor reporting sexual assault, end quote. Back in August, von Ellinger was sentenced to 20 years in prison for raping Jane Doe in 2021, who was then a 19-year-old State House intern. And now to our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. Starting today, the Washington State Patrol will have an increased presence on roads in Spokane, Whitman, and Adams counties for a start of WSU's spring break. The goal of these emphasis patrols is to stop speeding, catch distracted or impaired drivers, and hopefully reduce the number of crashes. The increased patrols last through next Sunday. And earlier today, a man accused of stabbing his girlfriend to death made his first appearance in Spokane Superior Court. Police say 45-year-old Gene Kirkpatrick is the only person seen on video going in and out of the victim's apartment around the time of the murder. The body of Fatima El-Ghazawi was found last month during a welfare check at her apartment. Prosecutors say Kirkpatrick has 11 prior felony convictions. A judge set bond today at $1 million. Former Seattle Supersonics star Shawn Kemp will not be charged in connection with the shooting incident right outside the Tacoma Mall. An attorney for Kemp is calling it self-defense. That's according to a statement released today by ESPN. The attorney says Kemp's car was broken into Tuesday night and items including an iPhone were stolen. He says Kemp tracked his phone to the mall parking lot in Tacoma and tried to retrieve it. And that's when the attorney says people inside the vehicle shot at him and then he returned fire in self-defense. No one was hurt. The case's status is currently marked as no charges filed, pending further investigation. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just text us the word night to 509-448-2000 and we'll send them directly to your phone.